This is one of the best English teachers you can have. This is Peppa Pig. And if you don't know her, you need to start spending some time with her. Many English students ask me, Alex, what shows should I watch to improve my English? Many of these learners are beginners and intermediate students. The answer that I have for you today is Peppa Pig. It's Peppa Pig. I have been using Peppa Pig to help me improve my French, and I have found that my vocabulary, my speaking, and especially my listening skills have improved. So if you are a beginner or an intermediate learner in English, I think Peppa is going to do wonders for your English learning. She is available on YouTube for free. So why is Peppa Pig a great show for English learners? First of all, Peppa Pig has short episodes. Each episode is only 4 to 8 minutes long. 4 to 8 minutes. This means you have less stress on your brain. You don't have to focus for a long time like when you watch a movie. This also makes the show very easy to rewatch. You can go back again and again and again. So, short episodes, less stress on your brain. This is a good thing. Second of all, Peppa has short, clear sentences. The characters speak slowly. They use clear pronunciation, and there are natural pauses, so your brain has time to process the language it has heard. When you are learning a new language, if you want to improve your listening skills, if you want to improve your vocabulary, your brain needs language it can understand. If you are a beginner student or a low intermediate student, the level of English that is used in Peppa Pig is much better for you than the level of English in a standard English movie, for example. Third of all, Peppa has useful everyday English. This means it uses lots of past and present tense. It has a narrator who uses the present continuous a lot to explain a situation, often at the beginning of an episode. So you might hear, Mommy Pig is working on her computer. Daddy Pig is cooking in the kitchen. So you hear common, useful, everyday English that you can actually use in your life. There are also common question structures. This goes with lots of past, lots of present tenses. What does the blue button do? What do we do now, for example? And finally, you also learn how to make polite requests and to give instructions. So there are imperatives. Come in, for example. There are also polite requests like, Peppa, could you bring me some flowers from the garden? So, a lot of useful everyday English. Peppa also has common situations. So characters talk about the weather. They look outside and they say, it's raining or it's snowing. They talk about work. They talk about school. They visit their family, their grandparents. They travel and they talk about health. In one episode, Peppa Pig gets sick. That's how she coughs in the show. And they have to call the doctor. So what's wrong, Peppa? Right? So you get very common situations, a variety of scenarios that people experience in real life. It's not just a show that happens in one location with the same scenarios again and again. And each episode is only 4 minutes or 8 minutes, so you get a 4-minute episode about the snow, a 7-minute episode about visiting your grandparents. It's great because you have exposure to a variety of real life situations. You also get a lot of repeated vocabulary in Peppa Pig. The best way to learn vocabulary is to hear it repeated again and again over a period of time. If you watch many episodes of Peppa Pig, you will have this experience. You will hear the same family words: brother, cousin, mom, dad, animals. Every character has a name plus the animal. There is Peppa Pig, Rebecca Rabbit, Susie Sheep, Danny Dog. So you have English names and you have the animals that go with them. Important for beginners. You have home and school words, a lot of common objects, umbrellas, hats, coats, everything that you can think of in the home and at school. And you also have short, common sentences that you will hear in many movies and many shows after you finish watching all the seasons of Peppa Pig. Like, let's go, and are you ready? The show also has calm, positive scenarios. So these are low stress scenarios. It's a feel-good show. It is pleasant and easy to rewatch, as I mentioned before. Basically, we learn better when we feel comfortable and when we feel safe, not when we feel attacked by the language and by a horrible situation that we are viewing. So it's pleasant, it's easy to rewatch, it's better for your brain. Yeah, it's good. Finally, Peppa has strong visual support. This means that the actions match the words. So what you see matches what the characters say. If Peppa says, "I want to play in the garden," you will see Peppa go and play in the garden. So the scenarios are clear. The facial expressions of characters are clear. You can tell when someone is happy, sad, or angry. And all of this, can also help you guess the meanings of words. Because if you see Peppa putting on her boots, you know, boots, boots, those are boots, for example. If you want to jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots. Right, Peppa? That's right, Alex. I knew it. And that's why you should learn English with Peppa Pig, especially if you are a beginner or an intermediate English learner. And if you like this video, hi, my name is Alex, and you are learning English with Engvid.com. You can go there to learn a lot more. So, until next time, what do I say, Peppa? Keep learning and keep practicing. Do 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 do.